Am I really that much? And breaking these niggas down like a hammer. You don't really throw you.
Hi everybody, it's your good Sooo Atavia, and we're back on Sooo Atavia. Big voice of everything. What are we doing today?
Oh my gosh, I'm finally being introduced. Okay, so today we're doing what we are going to consider a low maintenance makeup look. She'll explain more in a second, but hi.
So if you've seen in my last video, which you should have went and watched, and if you didn't watch it, you should watch this, then go watch that one so then you can connect the pieces. I did a very, very minimal look, and I was like, this is kind of tea. Like, this is a new version of the like everyday makeup or whatever, something I can do in just about 30 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. And just to be clear, I'm in a very yappy mood right now, so if you see my lips moving and I decide to do a voiceover, that's because I got too carried away. I yapped too close to the sun. For this, you're not gonna need a lot. This is actually perfect for beginners, especially if you're like, man, me and eyeshadow, we do not go together. That's okay. This doesn't require eyeshadow, and like, it doesn't require it. And what it does require of the eyeshadow is not a lot, so you should be fine. You should be alright. Maybe. So of course you want to have like your skincare and all that stuff done. Always do skincare before you do your face, and then I don't know when it zoomed in, but shout out to it zooming in. But anyway, make sure you do your skincare first, because yeah, it's gonna make sure your skin is prepared for everything. It's gonna create a barrier between your makeup and all the things, and then you go in with your primer. I'm gonna use two different primers today. One, because I am a combination skin girl, and what I use for one part of my face, I can't necessarily use for the rest. So I'm gonna do the Fenty Grip Trip primer for everywhere that I feel is dry, and my one size mattifying for honestly my T-zone and my chin, because that's where it be oily. I'm gonna try my best in this video to not overly yap about nothing, and if I do begin to talk, try to keep it, coherent, because I promise you, my last video, there was not a topic in sight. In the process of recording the videos, it was like, look at me staying on task and stuff. So if Task was in the room with me, I didn't see it. I will say the general idea of this makeup is not oily girl friendly. The last time I did it, I tried to keep it minimum because I thought I was gonna wash it off. And baby, as you seen in the last video, no, I ended up being overly oily, and that's okay. That's all right. But you can make it oily girl friendly. It's just gonna require a lot of powders. Today I'm doing it how I did it, because right now it's 4 something, almost 5. Yeah, it's 4:46. I'm not gonna keep it on all night or nothing. I'm gonna wash my face, especially since they finally got me out of the dungeons, y'all. I go in tomorrow at 3 o'clock. So the sun will be out, and then I'm supposed to get off at like 7-ish. So the sun potentially will still be out, unless they keep me till 9. If they keep me till 9, then never mind. Also, if you hear my dog, she's in quarantine right now. She's in her cage because she's got the runs, and we just want to make sure she's fine. But she also hates her cage. So yeah, for my brows, I use powder. So whatever you do for your brows is what you do for your brows. And that's what I'm going to do first. I haven't done a brow tutorial in forever, so this is how I do my brows. First of all, this is the natural shape of my brows, so they already have like their own personal arch, so it is going to be hard for me to explain if you don't have your own natural arch, especially since I'm not seeing it. But I mean, you can still follow the directions a little bit. For me, I'm using this Ardell eyebrow kit. You can get it, I don't know where you can get it. The last time I got mine, I got it from a Burlington, so wherever you can get it. And I take the darkest color in this palette. This palette has like a really dark brown. I like dark brows. And I just trace the bottom part of my brow I always start on my tail first because I don't have one of those. My brows don't go down much. And I work on my arch. I can connect the tail. Literally just so I can shape the end of my brow. And then I work my way from there by going under and then over just a little and then filling in from there. And as you can see, I start in the middle of my brow and work a lot of it backwards and not really to the front because you know gradients and things. With this look, I'm also not going to like overdo my brows because naturally that's not what they look like. I'm going to try to stick to almost exactly what it's giving. I'm not going to overline too much. I'm going to try to keep it 1000% true. Okay, boom. So this is what it's giving. These are the brows. Let me zoom in just a smidgen. You'll see them. What, brows are like cousins? Or sisters, not twins? Something like that. They cousins, not sisters. Sisters, not twins. Benny, not Jerry. Normally I go in with my concealer and I clean them up. But today we're not doing that because we're doing the natural look. I'm going to take my latest Fenty foundation. It's in 360 still, but it's in the Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. It's a new shape. What is this, a hexagon? Yeah, it's a hexagon. I say, oh, it's just fun. Sure, why not? Now these are my methods. If you don't do it like this, you're not doing it right. I'm kidding, but only a little bit. Now, you know how I said I go in with my concealer to clean up my stuff, but I'm just wearing foundation today. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some of the foundation that I put here and I'm just going to clean it up. I hope you can see this. I did a close up. I hope you can see it. Alright, now that your brows are done to your liking, you just gonna boom. You see it? You see it. You see it. I'm actually gonna take a bigger brush. 1 second. My little flat step. And you're also gonna take a setting spray of your choice, not a setting spray that's gonna like stay and stick. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. There's a girl who used, is it the L'Oreal Infallible? She sprayed her makeup and then tried to, and it didn't go nowhere. It was crazy work. It was crazy work. I'm using the e.l.f. Blue Light, Stay All Night Blue Light Micro Setting Mist to moisturize, and then we're just gonna give her a nice little blend. If you're somebody who is prone to under eye creases or even smile line creases, try your hardest to not put as much foundation or honestly any product there, because it's gonna crease. The more that's there, the more it can crease. As somebody who's under eyes, they gonna crease. I try to avoid my under eye, especially with foundation, as much as possible. I also try not to use a lot of dewy makeup in my crease areas because when it's like a hydrating whatever, my skin says,
Oh, so movable.
and yes, we're putting this foundation everywhere. Eyelid, I was gonna say eyebrow, but you just did your brows. You ain't gonna put it in your eyebrow, but you know what I'm saying. It is in fact going everywhere. Push that bind back just a little bit so I can get the hairline just a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm praying that's as blended as I think it is because, again, this mirror is smooth. So the foundation is done. Now you gotta do the rest of your face. Okay. How I do it often varies. Sometimes I'll start with blush. Sometimes I'll start with contour. Today I'm gonna start with contour because I think that's what I did when I did my makeup the last time. And I'm gonna use Truffle, the Fenty Stick Truffle. I go back and forth between this and espresso because sometimes I like a deep contour and then sometimes I don't. With truffle, I'm using truffle because it's closer to my skin tone and I want a contour, but not too much of a contour. You know what I'm saying? I'm also not contouring my nose with this cream product, mostly because I don't typically use the cream no more. I like the powder. I feel more in control of it. It doesn't look crazy. Also, because I like to do my nose contour last, as somebody who wears glasses, I have to wait till the end to just make sure that it's really gonna set what's at. Now we're gonna take it and we're gonna blend it. And for my super carvers, no more. We're not gonna carve this because I know there's some people that take the powder and then they cut it so that was super duper crisp. We're not doing that today, y'all. We not. We're just taking what we got and we're blending it. Make sure you hit them temples. You gotta move your bonnet around. Make sure the placement is actually placing, and that you're not just out here looking crazy. Is the contour contouring, y'all? Is the contour contouring? I think it's contouring. Next thing I did is so contrary to what I normally do. It actually kind of pains me to say this. Like, I'm going to be using this one. It's the one size, whatever. You can read it, hopefully. Now, let me make sure you can see it. Hold on. Hold on. Can you see it? You see it. This combination, the one I've always used. I'm going to use the cream. Oh my God. I'm going to use the cream. Gotta get into it, which is so difficult because I didn't carve a little well into this. And I'm gonna focus most of it towards the top because I don't want too much actually on my cheek. So my big towards the top. You see it? Boom. Moving on. Pick up a little more because I think I picked up too much on the first go. So it should be plenty. Come on. Coming off at the top at the tizzy. Focus a lot of it at the tizzy top. And then enough to say that it's at the bottom. I'm not doing the tip of my nose. That's been one of my hyperfixations. Not doing it at the tip of my nose, but I am gonna do it on my forehead at the edge of my contour. Yep, just like that. Hold on. And that's it. Y'all, my next words is a little disheartening, but when we go back over the face, we are in fact not gonna set it with a powder version. I know me. Everything that's cream or liquid has to have a setting powder of some sort. Like if you gotta do a powder blush on top of your cream blush or your liquid blush. But we're not doing that today. This is also why I said it's not oily girl friendly. As you know, baby, I set everything. I set it all. Everything has to get set. But we are moving on to concealer, and we're gonna do another thing that I don't normally do. We're gonna place like that much, y'all. I don't ever do this. First of all, I need I used to do the little triangle situation. I don't do that no more, but I used to. There and here, a little bit at the top, and then yeah, you see how little I'm using? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Who am I? Like, what? And then I'm gonna let this sit here. Normally, I will go ahead and start blending it out because me letting my makeup sit don't work for me, especially like right here. It don't work for me. In the meantime and in between time, we're gonna do our next optional-ish step. We're gonna use this here Juvia palette. Yeah, you see it, Juvia's Place. And we're gonna use, you see her, the coiffes. I really want to say I used this one last time. So I actually lied. It's this one right here. I'm just going to take it. We're going to fix that crease. I'm going to take this over the whole eye. Literally everywhere. Everywhere shadow can go. And I'm not going to very much touch it up. I'm just right here with it. The whole lid. That color. Boom. I say this part is optional genuinely because it is. You don't have to do this. Anytime that I do my makeup and I don't have any type of eyeshadow on, I feel like the flatness of my lid just looks unnatural and weird. So I do this step just to make sure that it's not giving I don't know, fake plastic. Sometimes I want to look plastic. Times like this, I don't. Then I'm going to take one of these random shimmer shades. Let me figure out which one I want to use. I think it's this one. I think I want to use this one. Hold on, let me hold it the right way before y'all be like, what's that one? This one, right? We're not going to be precise at all. Just across the lid. That's actually too bright for me, honestly. I'm not even going to hold you. It's a lot. That's a lot going on right there. I actually kind of wanted it to be more like that, but whatever. We're here now. I'm just going to blend it, diffuse it. No rhyme, no reason. It's just there. And now that we're done with that, we're going to finally blend our stuff. I'm going to use the same method from earlier, and we're going to take our setting spray, spray the brush a little bit. I'm going to start on the outer portions of my face, lip, chin, forehead. I'm proud of myself. I haven't yapped this whole time. I really just wanted to focus on what I was doing and not do too much. Now, don't be expecting that in every video because it's not going to happen. I promise you that much. And truthfully, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for what's giving natural. What's giving the most natural. And for my under eyes, I'm trying to keep it mostly just under my eye. Take it up a little bit here because I'm literally just because I'm used to it being all the way up there. We just trying to brighten us under eye. And that's it. It is. It is. Boom. Now, before this decides it wants to set in place, we are going to set this. I have been obsessed with the One Size Ultra Pink powder because honestly, I tried to get my hands on it for months. And now that I have it, I've got to use it. And I'm definitely setting with a powder puff. I'm setting, not baking though. I also feel like the pink powder really blends this under eye into my blush. Regardless of the makeup style, like if I'm like, well, I'm gonna do a dewy look today, which normally I don't. Honestly, I almost never. This has to get set, regardless of how I feel. This has to get set, or I'm setting myself up for failure, and I don't want to do that. And funny enough, we're almost done. To be able to do this in like 5 seconds is crazy. Even though I'm not reinforcing a lot of my stuff with powder, I am going to reinforce my contour with powder. Mostly because I do like a slightly more defined contour. With this, with truffle, it doesn't define as much as I like it, but espresso is almost too deep for this type of a look. With this contourization palette, I got a good in-between. There's a good in-between in here that'll deepen it just enough. It'll deepen it just enough for me to be like, period. And I will be taking a fluffy brush. This one's angled just because my nose is angled. And I'm going to use that same color lightly as possible to contour the nose. And the reason why I do this, I kind of explained it earlier, but genuinely, anytime I've ever used the cream products to contour my nose, one, because I do my contour before I do my highlighting, which is the concealer part, anytime I do that and then go in with the concealer, I feel like the lines are just really harsh, and I don't like that personally. And then when I try to do it the opposite way, it feels like it just doesn't look right, and sometimes it looks too masculine and too muddy. Like it just doesn't give what I want it to give. So I've been just doing this to where I just take the powder at the end and contour it however I want it to be contoured, and honestly, it works for me. And basically is that basically is almost over and done with. Like we're 4 seconds away from the very end. One of the last mandatory steps, you're gonna set it. Now, if you're going somewhere where you need it to last longer, you're going to use a makeup setting spray combination or whatever that allows you to wear it all day. Me personally, again, this is going to come off in a couple of hours. I might do like 2 more videos after this. It then it's being called a day. It's being called a day. I'm not really going nowhere. So I'm just going to spray one time with this, what is it, the all-nighter spray? The matte, it says matte finish, but it's not going to give me a matte finish. Yeah, and that's it. And I'm literally calling it a day there. I'm not going to do too much more. Now, if I was going to work and I actually needed this to be set, I would set it with the, what is this? I would set it with this Charlotte Tilbury, airbrush flawless setting spray. I would spray with this first. I don't know, this adds like moisture back into my skin. I don't know, it feels like it does. And then I will go in with that. Then I will go in with my Urban Decay or one of the elf sprays that I have. And then I will go on top with the one size. I need 3 setting sprays. I do. It works for me. So, yeah. My last mandatory step is mascara. This is Benefits mascara, the FanFest mascara. I got this with my points, like I said last video. And I'm just going to do my lashes. I'm not going to add any falsies, no strips, no none of that. It's just these. Honestly, this mascara just does something for my eyelashes. I don't know. I don't know. But normally, mascara doesn't work for me. This and the Fenty Beauty one are the only ones that have ever done something to where I'm like, oh, you can actually see my lashes. And this is it. You could probably add some eyeliner if you wanted to, but I'm not doing that because I didn't do that the last time. Dang, I can't even add my beauty marks because I don't know where my eyeliner is. It's somewhere in this room hidden. I haven't like reorganized my makeup in a minute. That just hurt my feelings. Or highlight, because I totally forgot highlight. You don't actually have to do this. It's not mandatory, but I like a good highlighter. I'm gonna take this Fenty. Which one am I gonna use? Moscow Mule or Ginger Revenge? I think I'm going to do Moscow Mule. I think I'm gonna do Moscow Mule. Hold on, let me see. Can you see? Yeah. So Moscow Mule right here. Yep. Now I'm gonna go do my lip combo, and I'll be right back.
Oh, but you're always pretty. The first pots, honey pants.
You wanna pick up the whole house on? Cause the only ones I got are those. So this is what it looks like. I know I'm bald-headed, so don't worry about that. But this is essentially what it looks like once everything is done. And you see how it is definitely not oily girl friendly, because I feel like I look like a greased donut or something. I don't know. I feel like I'm giving yikes. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. My face is giving very much shine. And I'm not used to that because I love me a good matte. Especially since I'm gonna be oily at the end of the day regardless. But I do think it's really cute. I think it's adorable. So that's this video. I don't know what I'm gonna do after this, but I'm gonna at least try to do one more video. And especially since tomorrow I'm gonna be doing makeup as well. So y'all potentially getting 3 videos. I don't know about back to back, but it's at least 3. It's 3. So yeah, anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, all the things, whatever you want to do. Just stay tuned, and I'll be back when I'm back. Bye.
Baby girl, you are so pretty. Baby girl, you are so pretty.